Alrighty, so yes, of course the reunion for season 7 is right around the corner. I can't wait for it tomorrow night. But one thing is on my mind. Will we see every single contestant from season 7? Because that would include the ones that were in the pods that didn't get much screen time, like Nick A, Nick B, Nick C, yes, and of course Nick D. How about Ashley A, Ashley B? Should I keep going? There were a lot of those names this season, right? What's going on, you guys? James here with some real news, and today we're going to get into who exactly is going to be at the season 7 reunion for Love is Blind. It's happening tomorrow night, I believe at 9 p.m. So I get out of church at around that time, and I'm excited to sit down, watch it, and react, and of course recap it right here on the channel. So you're going to want to get subscribed and not miss out. Turn on those bell notifications, hit the thumbs up button, and get loud in the comments below as you watch today's video, and let me know which contestant you're most excited to see hit the stage for the reunion. It's going to be hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey, and they might be throwing some softballs, kind of like the Yankees against the Dodgers. Dodgers are hitting a lot of home runs. But I'm super excited to go through the confirmed list, at least so far, thanks to a post by Netflix. And of course, they're doing this to drum up some sort of anticipation. Now, if you have missed every single week of Love is Blind Season 7 right here on the channel, I've been recapping it, giving you my commentary, so you're going to want to find those links in the description below. Alrighty, y'all. Well, let's waste no more time and find out who's going to walk in the trap and take over the trap. I heard that over the weekend, you know, when someone walks in your trap and takes over your trap. Okay, I'm just going to get into this. The official Netflix X account posted a photo last week that shows each season 7 contestant in their outfits for the reunion. And safe to say, this is most likely a pre-recorded reunion. And I, of course, have that on good authority that it's going to be pre-recorded. Remember the live reunion a couple seasons ago, I think it was? Not great. So I'm kind of glad we're getting a pre-recorded reunion. But there are a couple contestants here that I was happy to see on the list, because sometimes you never know. Are they going to play hooky or maybe get cold feet like Ramses? Too soon? Now, like I mentioned, Netflix confirmed that the reunion will be this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 6 p.m. for you West Coasters. And if you're in the Midwest, I think that's like 8 p.m. I don't know. Listen, let me know if you need a time zone conversion in the comments below. I got you. But I know you're waiting on the confirmed list of contestants, so let's get into their outfits and the confirmed contestants for the reunion, at least so far. We're going to begin with Marissa. Now, Marissa, of course, as you know, got her heart broken by Ramses. Why, Ramses? Why'd you do Marissa like that? However, I don't think they were great for each other, so maybe it's better that it worked out in the apartment and not at the altar. Alrighty, so let's move on to Ramses himself here. And is it just me, or does he look a little different? I'm actually looking at his outfit. That seems like a very Ramses outfit, right? But his hair looks different, right? His like facial, his like the shape of his face. Is it just me? Because at first I had to think, is that Ramses? Or maybe he and Marissa's mom boxed. I don't know. Maybe that's the different facial shape. Kidding. But yeah, I mean, Ramses is gonna come in, and you'd have to imagine they're going to talk about why Ramses had the sudden change of heart, and he's gonna give a softball answer, I think, and then Marissa's gonna say, homie, wait a second, my turn to grill you. Alrighty, so now we got Brittany, and Brittany, well, listen, the way that dress looks, I'm just saying, it's a very Brittany outfit, if that makes sense, based on everything we have heard in the pods. Remember, she wanted a sugar daddy, and then she said I attract those sort of men and all that. Let's just say Leo's probably going to be upset again that he messed it up with Brittany. But then again, he is an art dealer, and he's got a rollie on his wrist, and he's got a lot of money and inheritance, and alright, I'm not going down the list here. And of course, we're going to move on to Leo. Do you guys see what I'm doing? I'm pairing up the couples who were meant to be and those who weren't. But Leo, well, he just got a tux on. Sort of a tux. I mean, the blazer reminds me of a tux. It's like in between, right? And he's got the button down. And I'm zooming in, guys, and I think that might be a rollie. It better not be a Bolova. I like Bolova. You can't do that, Leo. No Bolova for you. But I really, really love the fact that they're going to be most likely bringing up the fact that Leo bro, you were all Hannah and now you changed it to Brittany, and then you guys went to Miami and it didn't work out and you weren't chosen for Mexico and all this nonsense. And I hope there's behind the scenes footage of them going to Miami. Oh, that'd be great. Alrighty, so next up is Alex. Alex definitely is rocking a new hairstyle and it looks good for her. I'm hoping the Lacheys give Alex the floor because Tim was wrong for the way he did Alex. Okay, listen, we don't know the full story and that's understandable. However, the way Tim did Alex, that was not okay. So of course, you know who else is going to be at the reunion, and that is, well, it's Tim. Tim is going to most likely be grilled in terms of questioning. Now here, that's my hope. That's my hope because the Lacheys don't do a good job at that, right? Surprise us, please. Surprise us, Lacheys. I just wish Sharonda from Pay Our Weight was hosting the reunion. I'm just going to say that. Her interviews were great, by the way. You should check out the cast interviews. But yeah, Tim is going to come in, and I know Tim is going to do this thing, but she fell asleep and took a nap while meeting my parents. But they had a 4-hour conversation beforehand. It's exhausting, all right? This entire experiment's exhausting. Grace. You should have showed her grace. But no, he decided to break it off, and he even said, I don't want to see you again. Well, too bad, homie. You're seeing her at the reunion. Next up is Hannah, who has arguably the biggest transformation so far during this reunion. It seems like she went on a fitness journey, right? And she definitely went on a fitness journey. I'm trying to be careful with my wording here, but, you know, she looks almost completely different than when we saw her in the middle of season 7. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of the Team Hannah supporters would probably say, oh, Nick is going to be like, what did I lose? No, I think this reunion is going to probably expose a lot of Hannah's immature tendencies, I guess is the word to use here. And I think Nick is going to be better off. And speaking of Nick, well, this is someone who has lately gone through a huge transformation, even though his photo during this reunion does not look it. I mean, he looks just like Nick, wearing sneakers with the suit. I've never loved that approach, by the way. I'm just saying that. Just saying, Nick can't do sneakers with the suit. But there was a TikTok video I saw recently where Nick was like doing a photo shoot and stuff, probably posted it to social, and a lot of like people are saying, oh wow, Hannah lost out on Nikki D, swaggy Nick. You know, listen, the man apparently moved out of his parents' house, so I'm sure Hannah's sitting here like, oh man, he can pay for his own groceries. Oh, he has responsibility now. So I'm curious to see how they play that at the reunion. Alrighty, so now let's move along to Monica. Monica is, of course, going to most likely let the cat out of the bag when it comes to what happened truly between her and Steven. Monica looks great in this photo, so I think Monica is fully healed. I believe it's Steven who's also there at the reunion, and Steven definitely, I gotta pull up the photo, just, the man's got the glasses on. Are they prescription? Who knows these days? And he's got the turtleneck with the, is it like a velvet suit? It's like a velvet blazer. But you'd have to imagine they're going to have a complete segment where they talk about Steven going to a sleep test and then sending certain messages to another woman. And Monica is not going to let him off the hook very easily. Who knows? Maybe Steven did leave to play D&D for a very long time and try to come up with a non-geek response, but I don't think so. I mean, he cheated. He cheated on Monica. I mean, he did say he's got the label of cheater outside the pods. Lo and behold, he lives up to his title. And now we're getting into our 2 married couples from season 7. We're beginning with Taylor, and Taylor's dress looks awesome. Taylor is just, you know, they're gonna give them a decent segment, and I'm saying this because they always do this with the married couple or couples plural this season, of course. It's history. On Love is Blind reunions, they usually give them time and say like, oh, your wedding was so sweet. And if Vanessa Lachey somehow lets it slip where she says, oh, when are we getting Love is Blind babies? Girl, don't do it. Don't do it, Vanessa. You didn't do it last reunion. Don't do it this one. But Taylor is going to come on stage, and I'm sure they're rocking it. But the question on our minds is our one of our married couples that is still together, and of course we're talking Garrett and Taylor. So we got to look at Garrett now. What does Garrett look like? Well, Garrett's got probably the second biggest transformation here. That man looks like he's a movie star. He's got the hairstyle parted in the middle with a little bangs, and he's got the blazer on. Now, I'm going to be honest. I have a funny feeling that Garrett probably had long hair in the past, and if he didn't, I mean, he's rocking this look too. I mean, Garrett looks like that man's on a movie set somewhere in California. So, yeah, he's doing it. Or maybe that's just Taylor who styled him. I don't know. But everyone's asking the question, are they still married? And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Garrett did a TikTok where he said, I can neither confirm nor deny that we are still married or not. You got to wait to hear that. I think they're married still. Guys, come on. The #1 couple this season. They've got to be married, right? And we're getting into our last married couple, of course, rounding out the confirmed list of reunion guests. And we're going to start with Ashley. Ashley looks great. She's glowing, and she's looking like, well, she's coming in to hopefully defend her man. Listen, honey, you better come on with the armor, okay, that you need, because people are going to be coming for you. Maybe not, actually, now that I think about it. The Lacheys might let you off easy, but you'd have to imagine they're going to say, would you like to clear up the air? And Ashley's going to come in and say, well, Tim didn't tell me all that about his child support. A lot of money there on the table, but I still defend him. I'm going to ride or die for my husband. Now, let's move on to her husband here, and that is Tyler. Tyler. Listen, I've learned all about your tea now that season 7 is done. As you know, I stay away from off-camera spoilers during the season so that things don't get spoiled for me. But then after the season, I catch up on all of it, and boy, did I ever. My TikTok algorithm is now Love is Blind Coded. So Tyler has some splaining to do. He is... I think he's in debt with child support. He definitely knows his kids, and his baby mama is not very happy. And it does not seem like, and I said this on one of my recaps, you know, it's one thing to donate sperm, right? As he claims, he donated because his good friend couldn't, you know, give birth, or couldn't go about it in the traditional way of spending a lot of money for it. So he did it in another way. I'm going to leave that one up for y'all. If you can't fill in the blanks there, listen. I'm just going to say that. Ask your mama. I don't know. But I'm telling you guys, this is so very interesting because this lineup seems like it's at least going to pave the way forward for nobody to get off easy. I'm telling you, I do think that they're going to be asking some tough questions. Now, is that more of my hope or my prediction? It's like 50-50. The guests that are there, though, I mean, how do you not ask them the hard questions? You've got Tyler, you got Ashley, you got Monica and Steven. Oh, you got Hannah and Nikki D. You gotta ask the tough questions. Oh, and let's not forget Tim and Alex. Some of these relationships ended very poorly, Tim and Alex. So don't beat around the bush, Lacheys. If you're watching this video right now, you need to get some advice from Sharonda from Pay Our Weight. But if it's a pre-recorded segment, it's already filmed. What am I doing here? But still, I hope they definitely got some good pointers, some good questions, and the producers will give us, hopefully, some behind-the-scenes footage that we didn't see in the season. Remember, that was a big gripe that I had with Season 7. We'd always come in the middle of arguments, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm playing like I Spy. I'm getting the clues and trying to figure out what's going on in the middle of these conversations, post-argument. So, I'm thinking they do this thing where it's like, well, we have the footage of what led up to Steven and Monica's falling out. Let's play that clip. We have the footage of Alex napping or something like that. I don't know. But I do think they need to come correct with this Season 7 reunion. But now that you've heard that confirmed list of contestants, what do you think? Do you like this lineup? Do you not like it? Do you hope they tackle a certain topic? And if you have that topic in mind, let me know down below in the comments. And hey, get subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, because we're covering the reunion Wednesday night right here. I'm excited. I'm very glad I'm going to church beforehand, because listen, if this thing is dramatic, we're all gonna need to pray for these contestants for sure. Alrighty, you guys. Well, that's all I got for today. Thanks so much for watching. God bless you guys, and I'll catch you at the next screening. You know what? Now that I think about it, I do have one want for this reunion. I need Leo to read a poem. Yes.